So, the subject for today's episode is weird. Today we're going to be talking about the time some creepy lady tried to solicit her friend to me. I told you this was going to be weird. And yes, when I say solicit, I mean it in exactly the way you think. So before we begin, a quick disclaimer. No, not that one. We already did that one. What I mean that, while today's subject will be dealt with in a comedic manner, I want to stress that harassment of this sort is serious. And while I can laugh at it now, at the time, not so much. I'm more laughing at the circumstances in hindsight, rather than harassment in general. So with that in mind, let's begin. So it was the final hour of the workday. Me and my coworker / good friend Mana Burst, who's part of the Zero Mana D&D podcast.
Which is great, by the way. You should totally check it out.
We're closing up shop. Things were going well, we were finishing our tasks, and thankfully there wasn't a lot of customers coming in and messing up our floors. But even as things had calmed down, 2 women walked into the store, presumably looking for ice cream, because what else are you coming here for at this hour? There's chocolate, I guess, but no, you're here for ice cream. And indeed, that's what they were here for. Don't remember what they ordered, but we'll say Super Kid, because everyone orders Super Kid for something. As is pretty common with this job, especially with me and Mana closing, we started chatting with them. During the conversation, I had left to the back room, and somehow when I get back to the discussion, it had turned to asking about hickeys. Yeah, Mana seemed fine with it, so okay, I didn't feel too uneasy yet. I approached to continue my work when one of the women suddenly asked, "Hey, are you a virgin?" My heart practically jumped into my throat. What kind of question is that to ask someone you don't know? While he's working, no less! At a mall! Apparently, she had tried to get this information out of Mana, which, first of all, why assume he would know? Secondly, why did she care so much? Thirdly, what business is it of hers regardless? Feeling shaken, I tried to work my way out of the conversation. Awkwardly chuckling, giving non-answers, the cousin Larry wants to talk about politics at the family reunion technique. In hindsight, I probably should have just said, I don't think that's your business, but I'm not exactly well known for my bravado. I was thinking about going to the back room again, but was worried they would harass Mana. Honestly, though, he seemed fine, but I still couldn't bring myself to leave, even after the big bomb was dropped. Well, if you are, I have a friend who could fix that. No, I'm not making that up. This woman tried to hook me up with her friend and, might I add, was oddly insistent about it, even mentioning rates of pay. She tried to sell her friend to me. I was a strawberry-shaded mess, trying to stumble my way out of the conversation. Thankfully, Mana was able to guide the situation along with jokes and changing topics, and before I knew it, the 2 women had their ice cream and left. So after all of that, I had to take some time to recover. Mana helped me see the humor in the situation, which he's really good at, and it helped a lot. But I was pretty flustered for the rest of the night, and I've never quite gotten over how ridiculous the whole interaction was. I can laugh at it now, sure, but it freaked me the hell out, and even now it still kind of makes me feel uneasy. If you're thinking about joking like this around people you're not familiar with, maybe give pause and consider not being a gross weirdo. I know that sounds mean, but consider it some tough love. You can really spook someone by presuming they're okay talking about this sort of thing. And if you're in a position where you feel uncomfortable, it's completely within your right to voice your discomfort. I know that's easier said than done for some of us, especially if it's in a workplace environment like I was. But if you can well up the strength, there's nothing wrong with voicing your concern. I wish I did, frankly. So, with all of that said, stay strong, hang tough, and don't try to solicit your friends to innocent mall employees. I can't believe this is a lesson that needs teaching. Hey y'all, I recognize this one was a little bit more serious in tone than the other ones I've done. I'd like to do a couple more of these in the future where I talk about something that I think is important or needs talking about. Pepper in a little bit of humor here and there, because I still like to make people laugh, but I do think that talking about this sort of thing is important. With that said, next time we're probably going to do something a little bit lighter in tone, Although then again, I did get the opportunity to voice the gross woman who tried to solicit her friend to me as Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat Conquest. And FYI, if you haven't watched Mortal Kombat Conquest, please watch Mortal Kombat Conquest, because it's amazing, it's incredible. Quan Chi's just, in that show, he's so good. I can't get over how that guy talks. It's something like this, and he'll just, or something, I don't know. Maybe I'm explaining the joke. I don't particularly care. What I do care about is that you watched, and that hopefully you take what has been said here into consideration. I tripped over my own words there. I don't really have anything else to add. Thanks for watching. Don't be a creep. I love you all. Bye.